Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today we've got a preview of 2021. What does 2021 hold in the future for coin collecting? What is the state of the hobby? We've got the State of the Hobby address coming to you live from Tucson, Arizona. So the coin market as we know it in 2021 will be forever changed. Well, okay, so that's light of hyperbole, but we'll see what happens. The first thing I want to talk about is the bullion market, because I want to get that topic out of the way. I don't know how to predict the bullion market. I never have. I will say that it sure feels to me like the metals are set to move forward or higher over the next calendar year. That is largely because you're seeing the U.S. government print unprecedented, can I use words that I know? The U.S. Mint's going to make a lot of money, a lot of dollars. So they're going to print a lot of money. And then I think that is just a matter of inflation when you look at what's going to happen in the bullion market. It's the same thing that's going to happen in lots of different areas of the market, which is to say any asset-based items are going to go up in value, which also holds well for the rest of the coin market. I think you're going to see a lot of things go up in price over the next year. And we're going to start with what I think will be the most popular coin of the year, of course, the Silver Eagle. Now, a lot of you aren't really modern collectors, but you still buy a Silver Eagle every year. And this year they're doing two different types, two different designs for the Silver Eagle. The first type is already out and people are gobbling them up as we speak. And the second type should be out in the summertime. And I think that's going to be among the most popular coins produced. The other big news from the US Mint is, of course, that the 2021 Peace Dollar and Morgan dollars will be made. No big surprise here. If you follow the channel, you know I've already said it's going to sell very well, but it's also going to be an epic fail at the same time. I don't think they're going to get the visual correct on this. I think it's probably not going to be very attractive. So we've got to look forward to a lot of US Mint blundering and bubbling and rubbling and complaining from all of us about how poorly they did. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryder, but the US Mint still needs to figure out how to sell stuff and how to market stuff to actual coin collectors. I think that once they take a customer-first approach, then they will find a much happier clientele. All right, from there we're going to talk about coin shows being back in 2021. I think by the end of 2021 we're going to start seeing coin shows again. We already have some in different areas. I think that it's going to be a great thing for the hobby. What fascinates me about coin take a drink. What intrigues me about coin shows is that a lot of you don't go, and a lot of you say you don't go, and yet there seems to be a huge amount of pent-up demand for coin shows, which tells me that it's a really important part of the marketplace, and yet a very small percentage of people use it even. And I'd encourage any of you, if you've got coin shows within, maybe a 3-hour drive of you, something like that, to go ahead and attend. I know it's a bigger commitment if you've got to travel farther than that. But I think that generally speaking, if you know a few coin dealers at the show and if the show is run really well, it's really a great event. It's a fun time as a coin collector. You get to see so many different things all at one time. There's really a learning aspect to it, a camaraderie aspect to it. There's a lot of buzz at coin shows. So I think that in 2021, I'm looking forward to having coin shows making a comeback. Next up, the UltraRares Market. This is the market that neither you nor I really actually dabble in, but we like to watch. We like to see auction results. And I think that the sky's the limit for UltraRares. I think that you see an 1804 bust dollar going across the auction block. It's just going to sell for 30–40% more than it did last time. You're seeing this with things that are very elusive and very hard to come by. The UltraRares will continue to go up in price. Having said that, what about the rest of the coin market in general? Like, what's going to happen there? I will say that from my crystal ball has told me that Morgan dollars, key date coins, certain things that are very popular will continue to go up in value. I do think that we'll see, once we start seeing markets open up, generally speaking, more coin shows, more traveling, I do think that you'll start to see that supply issue kind of get resolved in the marketplace. So you may see a few things pull back in price, but really nice Morgans and really key date coins are going to go up. And the big predictor here is that you're going to continue to see the trend that collectors are willing to pay really high premiums for toned, nicely toned coins. Maybe not all toned coins, but this market, I think, has really just begun. I think as more and more collectors get into the toned coin market, you'll continue to see coins that are common coins but with stunning toning going for really high premiums, because once again, these coins are absolutely unique if they are toned with really nice bullet toning or target toning, things that are actually hard to come by in the toning world. All right, oddities and errors and oddities. I had a couple of people ask me about this. You know, this market I'm not as familiar with. I actually think it's undervalued right now because generally there's really cool errors are not that expensive compared to what they used to be. So I think that if you're looking for something to get into that's not that expensive, I think that the error world is a new marketplace that you may want to explore. Finally, not finally, because I got one other, the big tomato at the end of this, but paper money. We're going to see the currency market has actually been pretty hot too. It's been hard to come by a lot of material. A lot of this has that same supply and demand issue that we've seen in the coin market, which is to say, when people are not circulating as much, it's harder to get material. So you actually have suppressed supply. When the supply is not out there as much, it makes the demand look really large. So I think that you're going to continue to see a strong market for especially thousands and 500s. For those of you who collect currency, you know what I'm talking about. The higher denominated currency, the $500 bills and $1,000 bills, seem to be have unlimited upside. Like they just continue to go up and up in value, and I don't see why not, because it's really an area where there's always been crossover demand. It's one of the few areas where I know coin collectors, hey, I'm going to buy a note. I want a $1,000 bill. I want a $500 bill. And I think you're going to continue to see that, especially as our currency continues to deflate or inflate, I guess I'd say. As you see inflation, you're going to see a lot of people look at $1,000 or $2,000 and say, that's not as much money as it was 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. So I think you're going to continue to see that. Finally, the third-party grading services. I'm not predicting any new grading services. The big kerfuffle right now is the fact that PCGS's parent company has been bought out. Collectors Universe was bought out, and I think you're going to see some changes over there. And I don't know if they're going to be good or bad. Currently they are way behind on all of their grading. They've had a lot of difficulties with their customer service as far as how long it takes them to get back to people. And I'm wondering how much of this has to do with the fact that California's had all these shutdowns and stuff, or is it just that they're in the middle of changing things over? So for the third-party grading services, I think that you're going to see a lot more of the same. We're going to see a lot of people complaining about third-party grading, and yet we're going to all continue to send coins in to get graded. And I think that the technology aspect of it, I don't know that either grading company, PCGS or NGC, is going to really take the time and money to actually move into the artificial intelligence as much as some of us or some of you have called for. So I think that it's going to be status quo for those guys. I am still hopeful that a lot of you stop paying extra for slabs with fancy labels, because that just drives me nuts. And of course, finally, Annex will become the dominant third-party grading service. They will completely redesign their holder to make it the small soapbox holder again, but you'll still be able to read the top, and they're going to take over the world. There's my 2021. So 2021 in the coin market, it depends on you. It depends on how you want to make it. It will be as good a year as you make it. The market will go up if you continue to spread the word about how much you love coin collecting and get other people involved and share the hobby. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Leave your comments down below what you think 2021 will hold. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.